What's up, guys? How you all doing? Epic Slayers here. Now, I've not said that for a long time. Welcome, agents, all of that good stuff. Today, I thought we'd do something a little bit different. As you can see on screen, there's this new communication server that's just come onto Reddit. It was on Twitter earlier whilst I was at work. And as you'll see under the subheading there, agents, we want to improve how we communicate with you. Help us by filling out this survey. Now, if you know me and you've been watching my channel for some time, then you know that I think communication with this game, with updates, generally has not been very good. Actually, in my last video I said there's a lack of transparency, there's a lack of communication with, the studio and with the players and stuff. So this has come as a little bit of a surprise. I didn't expect this, but a welcome surprise, because I think these surveys do a lot. And yeah, we're gonna fill out together in this one, and I'm gonna give you my thought process as I go through the survey and why I give certain answers. So if you enjoy this one, a little bit different, then please drop a like and let's get straight to it. So the survey is with surveymonkey.com, and you've probably seen loads of these surveys with this game before. There's been a lot, and yeah, we're just going to go straight through it. So question number 1, which of the following best describes your attitude towards the news and updates you receive from the official Division 2 channels? By the way, guys, if you want to leave your answers down below on what you said in the comments, then please do. So we got trusting, indifferent, negative, interested, positive, unsure, untrusting, enthusiastic, skeptical. Okay, so which of the following best describes your attitudes for the news and updates you receive from the official Division 2 channels? Okay, so this is going to be... okay, so I'm always interested in when it comes to news and updates. Okay, that's true. I'm generally positive because I think anything that's news or update related is positive for me because it means something's happening. What I don't like is when we don't hear anything. Okay, so for me, those two definitely. Unsure, I have to say, I am unsure as well because I don't know whether it's going to be a good or a bad thing. But all this other stuff, I mean, skeptical would be in there as well because, again, I kind of think that's a bit like unsure where you don't really know what's to do. And I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there with that one. Let me know, guys, what you pick for that one. Number 2, how reliable do you find the official information on the Division 2? I rely on it pretty often in respect to the official information. We don't get a whole lot of leaks in this game and stuff like that. We don't get it from unofficial sources. Before the Division 2 came out, we got a lot of unofficial stuff, which obviously is how I built this channel mainly, but apart from Division 1. But since it's come out, then yeah, I mean, I do find that the official information on Division 2 is reliable, although actually I'm going to say half the time, and the reason I say that is because they've said certain things before which has changed. For example, when we had the whole, before the game even came out, where we had the whole storage space, where they said, if you get the year 1 pass, then you get extra storage space. But what they didn't tell players, but it was only temporary. So I'd probably rely on it about half the time. I certainly rely on it to make videos on the game. So yeah, but I also rely on other news outlets for that as well. Which best describes your impression of official communication on Division 2? So we've got, don't tell us much about what's going on, gives us only a limited amount of information, keeps us adequately informed, keeps us fairly well informed, keeps us fully informed. Well, I would say it's probably one of these two for me. And I could sit here and be a fanboy and go, oh yeah, they're very good, but then I'll be going back on everything I've said before. So I'm going to go with, gives us only a limited amount of information. I'm just going to go with they don't tell us about much what's going on. And I said this yesterday. We had State of the Game, which was cancelled. The developers said they're working on content, right? Well, they could have come on stream for 10 minutes and said, yes, we're working on something. Here's the name of the next PvP mode we're working on, or next PvP mode. But they didn't. They just said, State of the Game cancelled. We're working on stuff. Yeah, bye. And that, to me, is awful. That is awful communication. When it comes to a community that is striving for just that tiny little bit of information, and they can't give us that. Please rate the following statements regarding official communication on Division 2 according to your level of agreement with the statement. I think official communication on Division 2 is shared in a transparent manner. Neutral, because I think there's some stuff they're very transparent about, and there's some stuff they're just totally not. And I'm kind of down the road with that. I think official messages address the main community issues. Probably going to say disagree, because if that were true, then we wouldn't have got team elimination PvP mode for Title Update 6, because no one asked for that. We'd have got a different PvP mode that people wanted, a fun PvP mode. Although, they address a lot of the main community issues, but they haven't addressed all of them. I'm going to say, generally across the board, I find that when I watch stuff about them sort of relaying what the community's saying, It's never really in touch with what I believe the community wants. Or from what I've seen. I think the content of official Division 2, information on Division 2 is clear. I think they're pretty clear. I think that when they say something, it's clear what they're saying. I never feel as though I don't know what they mean. Okay, I feel like I always think it's clear. It's just never really the right stuff for me. I trust the validity of the official information on Division 2. Yeah, I'd probably agree with that one. I think official information on Division 2 notifies the community in a timely manner. Disagree. Absolutely disagree with that. I think they're always too late, right? And I said this in my video yesterday, they're always too late with notifying us as a community on official information. Always, like, for example, like with yesterday. I mean, I'm pretty sure that we're going to get told about a new PvP or a new PvP mode like the day before it comes out. There's no hype, there's no build-up, it doesn't get the community talking. Look right now, no one's talking about what's to come because we have no idea. And I'm pretty sure we're not far out from getting summer. But I don't know, for me it's just, they do always come out and state the game when they go, yeah, this is coming. And it's normally within, most of the time it's within a couple of weeks. But actually, the last couple of times it's been, yeah, this is coming, we got a PTS next Tuesday. It's like, wow, okay, PTS next Tuesday, what's going to be part of it? You go in the PTS, there's no patch notes, you don't actually know what you're meant to be testing for. So anyway, I'm rambling. I think official communication channels are responsive to community's reactions. I would say that if you go on Twitter, then there's quite a few devs that are very vocal, which I like. Frederick Thylander is very vocal, Chris Gansler is very vocal, and whilst people might not always appreciate their response or understand their response or whatever, at least they're there talking and not just being completely silent. Julian Garrett is one of those as well, and I appreciate that. I think that's perfect. So yeah, I'm good with that. I might even go strongly agree on that one. I'll give him that. I think the Division 2 is promoted in a truthful way, e.g. trailers, advertisements. No. And actually, I can give you an example of this recently. So, and I didn't realise this, in one of the official Division 2 trailers before launch, I believe, no, this might have been for the raid, there was a character holding the Hungry Hog, right, for the Division 2. And it's not coming in the Division 2, and Frederick Thylander said, it's not coming in Division 2, right? But he said that the reason why it was there is because they used old assets due to whatever the platform that they use. I can't remember what it's called. Snowdrop? The Snowdrop engine. They use like other assets, and that the person who made it didn't realise it wasn't going to be part of this, whatever. But it's still fake. It's not true. Like you can't use that gun. So to me, that's false. I'm going to disagree. And I guarantee you with episode 3, okay, we're meant to be going back to Manhattan. We're going to Coney Island. I guarantee we don't go actually back to what we did in Division 1. We won't. We'll go back to Coney Island for a mission, or maybe 2, and that'll be the end of it. Now, number 5 is, what is the most important to you in the way any game company interacts with its players? Please rank the following from 1 to 8. 1 being the most important, and 8 being the least important. Company's ability to act on community feedback. Well, I'm just going to put that up at 8 for now. Company's ability to handle conflict and toxicity. To me, I'm not bothered about that. Company's ability to provide a clear roadmap of updates. Yeah, that's middle of the road. Company's ability to share updates in an honest manner. Okay, we'll put that at number 6 for now. We'll put this number 5. We'll probably change it afterwards. Let's just get through it. Company's ability to keep the players up to date with development of roadmap. Yeah, we'll put 7. Company's ability to highlight community involvement, e.g. cosplay. Yeah, I'm going to put that as 1 because personally, I just don't think that's important. I just don't. The amount of cosplay and fan art stuff that's in the State of the Games and on Twitter, right, it's cool. And I respect the people that do it and they deserve the praise, right? But when it's all the time, I mean, wasn't it the last update that they said that for State of the Game, instead of doing the cosplay stuff, they were going to do like PvP best moments? Well, where's that? You know, it's never focusing on the actual game. It's on the fan art stuff. And I don't like that. Company's ability to introduce people behind the game to the community. They do that quite often within their State of the Game. So, to me, that's not that... I mean, it's important, but it's not that important. Company's ability to depict the game honestly. I mean, that is very important, obviously. What are we missing here? So, for me, the most important is company's ability to act on community feedback. That to me is the most important thing because the community generally the community knows what needs to be done. And they're the ones playing the game. The least important to me is the cosplay fan art stuff. I'll be honest, it is. Whilst it's cool, it's not important for me. At the end of the day, I'm not involved in that, and it's not going to make the game any better. So you going out dressed as an agent, cool, fair play, mad respect, and it must have taken a long time. But for me, that's not going to make the game any better. So I'd rather they focus away from that and more on actually discussing the community's issues. I mean, they haven't even talked about why we're not able to recal one attribute and one talent. I know the reason why, because the devs have brought it up on Twitter, but they've not put it out there in the community. So people don't know why. But yet they're happy to promote, cosplay and fan art all the time. How about you actually answer what the community is asking? Number 6, is there any game company that you find successful in terms of their communication efforts? If yes, please elaborate. That's a good one. Because I do think generally that these, the developers and stuff, I think they do a good job with communication. I'm going back. I like the fact that they come out every week on State of the Game, almost every week, not every week, and they talk. That's good. But most of the time, it's not what people want to hear. It's not enough. It's not getting to when they talk about why AI does certain things and how you do that and what a game designer does. Cool, it's interesting, but it's not important. People don't care. People don't care about that. They want to know why the explosive damage has gone from 0 to hero in one update and they can no longer do the raid. They want to know why there are still so many bugs in this game. They don't care about that stuff. They want to know why their game isn't fixed and why there's no replayable content. That's what they want to know. In regards to communication, I think recently Bungie, since they split from Activision, have been very good. So I'm gonna put Bungie there. But yeah, we'll leave it at that. Please set the topics of communication you're interested in most about the Division 2. Upcoming content. Bugs and fixes, fine. Developer logs, don't care about. In-game events, of course. No, I don't care about the rest of that stuff. Like, bugs and fixes is fine, but generally I can just, they don't need to make a state of the game about it, let's say that. However, upcoming content, in-game events, that is important. That is very important to me, and that's what this game is lacking as well at the moment. Please select your favourite form of communication on Division 2. Do I have to just pick one? Oh, I could take an article. Do you know what? I could say any of these because I don't care. I just want something. I just want some communication about what's to come. I'm going to go with video, but I don't care. In a typical week, how many hours do you spend playing Division 2? Oh, this is going to test you guys. How many hours do you think I play this game a week? Mind you, I work from 9 till 5. I get home at 6 on a weekday, and I've got a life outside of YouTube. How many hours? And I'll tell you how many hours it is. It's probably in a typical week as well. So I'm going to say about that. Because I reckon it's about 2 hours a night. Approximately. Not every night. Because some nights I'll do 3 hours, some nights I'll do none. Especially with games like Modern Warfare at the moment and other things. So I'm not playing as much. Plus there's no content. So I'm going to go with this for now. For now, that's how many hours I play. Probably. No, we're going to go in the middle. That's probably... Obviously, if there was content, it would be like the Division 1 and it would be way above 30 hours. Okay? But it's not at the moment because there's just not enough. And as you guys know, I play on Xbox One. Done. And there we go. That's the survey, guys. Let me know what your answers were in the comments down below. I think overall I've been very truthful. I could have sat here and said that, it's perfect, but that's not going to fix the game. And I really hope people are truthful with this because I think every single person who plays this game can admit to themselves that the developers are not doing enough in respect of communication, especially when it comes to upcoming content. And again, the example yesterday, they could have said something, they didn't, and they just cancelled State of the Game. They left somewhat on Twitter. Most people don't follow them on Twitter. So they left somewhat on Twitter, and that was the end of it. It could have took them 5 minutes. Come on, stream. All right, guys. Sorry, this is a short stream today. Just want to let you know that we are still working our asses off. We'll have a more significant stream next week, but I didn't want to say nothing. But what I will say is that we're working on a PvE or a PvP game mode that's going to be coming out with Episode 3, and we can't say when Episode 3 is coming out. I can't give you too many details, but what I can say is the PvE mode is called Transit. I'm taking that from COD Zombies. I can say that the PvP mode coming is called Survival. It's called, whatever. And leave it there. People would be so happy with that. And why is this not loading? People would be so happy with that, and I would be ecstatic. And that's all it takes. How long did that take me to say? A minute? People would have the community would have so much respect for the developers for doing something like that, but they don't. They just went, no, we got nothing. They have got stuff. They're working on the content. Well, that's what they say. So if they're telling the truth, then they have got stuff that they can talk about, but they're choosing not to. And I'm leaving the video there. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this type of video. I wanted to do this over with you guys so you could see what I'm putting. Yeah, hopefully you did enjoy this. And if you did, drop a thumbs up. It does help me out. And until the next one, epic out.